and pursue your degree at the same time. A lot of people think that you're just gonna, you have to either do the army or military and get your education, or get your education first and then do the military. You can actually do both simultaneously. Like I have my bachelor's degree right now in business administration, so you can do both. So that's good.
It's absolutely right, and I think that that's again when you're talking the previous segment about myths. I think that's one of the myths that people have this preconception that it's only after you get out
Right.
of the military that you can make use of those benefits. But there are a lot of those benefits you can make use while you're serving at the same time.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people, like, they use the military as a last resort. They try everything, and then when they're at their wits end, then it's like, now I'll do the army. But no, it's good to know. So you have a very impressive resume in and out of the army. So tell me a little bit about your mentors. Like, tell me how did your mentors help you get to where you are today?
Well, I think that thankfully I can say that one of my biggest and most important mentors in my life was my father. Is my father.
Nice.
He's now 88 years old, and but he had grown up in Hawaii, joined the United States Coast Guard,
Right.
and served during the early 1950s. But then he used the GI Bill to become the first person in his family to go to college.
Nice.
And
Okay.
so he got his degree from Woodbury College down in Los Angeles. He became a landscape architect for the county of Los Angeles, and really taught me the values of hard work, service, and patriotism. And so I think that when I look back on my life and why I enjoy working with the Army, it's because I learned a lot of those important values from my father.
Yeah, so you mentioned the GI Bill. That's a good thing. They have the post 9/11 GI Bill, which is something that came out during my time, and it's a great opportunity. And I was able to use that as well for my dependents. Two of my children I split the GI Bill down in the middle, and two of them are able to use the GI Bill, and I was able to put my children through college while I still was able to pursue college, using tuition assistance. So that's a good thing. So that's amazing.
It is an amazing thing, and I think that for parents who are very focused on their child going to college, there really isn't a better way to do it
Right.
than to join the service, to join the Army.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. So another question for you. If there was one thing that you could dispel, or maybe something that like people don't know about the Army, what would you say that would be?
Well, I think that, and you alluded to it in a previous segment, but people think that you join the Army, there's only one or two types of professions that you can go into
Right.
while you're in the Army, when the reality is that there are over 150 different jobs that you can do in the
Right.
Army. So there's this great diversity of things. I mentioned that my wife's nephew was an intelligence analyst, but you can be public affairs, you can be in some kind of high-tech type of position. So there is a huge gamut of jobs available to anyone who's interested in Army service, and that prepares you, I think, very well for civilian life afterwards.
Right.
And I think that there are a number of different Army programs, including the Partnership for Youth Success,
Right.
where civilian employers will sign agreements with the Army so that those veterans who are coming back from service are able to interview and get jobs there.
Right. Yeah, and we have a PAYS program, partnership with youth services, and we talked about that in one of our segments before. Also, earlier I mentioned with the split options. For some of the juniors, 17-year-old, the youth that's still in high school. These are some of the different types of opportunities that we have. There's a lot of things that people don't know that we have. GoArmy.com. You go on there. You go in the search menu and you type in whatever, and it'll actually help you. So, there's a lot of things. I wish we had more time to cover more of them, but this show is going to continue on a daily basis, and we'll get more to those things. So, I would like to thank you so much for your patience, and thank you for coming on to our show. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a real pleasure, Sergeant Bennett. It's a great thing to be able to be associated with the United States Army, and I tell you, I couldn't have asked for a better volunteer type of service than what I'm doing with all of you right
Amazing.
now.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We'll be right back. We're going to come back with some of your questions, and hopefully we'll answer them. This is Your Army Now.
when freedom is threatened around the world, when floodwaters rise and wildfires rage, wherever the fight, whoever the enemy, when America needs her best, she sends a soldier. Do you have what it takes? Find out at GoArmy.com/warriors.
Welcome back. We ran out of time, so we had a great show today. Again, thank you for your patience for those who stuck around. I would like to thank Lance Zumi for coming in. I'd like to also congratulate our new future soldiers that's out there. Sergeant Major, hopefully you're out there doing well. I hope you're watching the show. Hope we did you justice. It's been a great show. It's been an honor. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to type your questions in the comments. We're going to get to them this week, and we're going to talk more about them. And this is it. I am Sergeant Bennett, Army Sergeant Bennett, and I am your host for today. We're signing out. As Sergeant Major like to say, I'm dropping the mic. We're out. This is your Army. Peace.
Coming to you live from the NorCal studios in Sacramento, California, this is Your Army Now.